So when the
And what we will need, like the deliverable that you have to give to Cognia, is a copy of the report along with a letter that contains her opinion in it.
oh, okay. It can be a review, it can be an audit, and a letter.
Yes. And the review is typically less expensive than an audit.
Oh, okay. That's exactly what I want to know. The keyword is review, not audit, because she say about the audit is take a lot more intensive
Yes, and
work.
they're more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But she does need to do the type of review
Uh-huh.
that produces a letter with her opinion in it.
Okay. And the opinion has to be like the financial is sounded and be able,
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. All right, I got this part right now, so I'm sure I was trying to get her online to ask you, but now I got this right now, so that's okay. Now, second thing is, can you uh fin- can you see if what I need to do for the executive summary, or you don't have time to review that?
I saw that you sent it to me last night, and
Mm-hmm.
I will review it later today and give you
Okay.
some feedback.
Okay.
I will also ask Natalie to
Mm-hmm.
read it because she's our evaluator. And if she has any feedback, we'll give you that feedback as well.
Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Okay.
Sure.
So at this moment, I just want to ask you. At this moment, is we finish the check mark for that insurance check, and we finish the. So there's a question here. Let me pull out my uh the the paperwork. I want to ask you something. Is that okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let me pull out right away so I can ask you. Thank you. Sorry I was late because I have to wait for that lady.
that's okay.
Mhm. Right away. Thank you so much. And I also may attend the next Tuesday too. So after you review it, and I can do the after your recommendation, so I can fix it. So okay, right away. All right. So can I do a screenshot and to ask my question? Is that possible?
Yeah,
Okay, so let me just minute maybe. So I do my screenshots. Just a minute, okay? I do a screen share right now, and so then I open this one for you. Okay, so I am at the workbook, and the workbook on the completing the candidacy workbook, and here do I need to fill up this one, like interaction checklist.
yes, you need to fill that out. So you'll put down who is going to do that activity, when they're going to do it, and you check it off when it's done.
Okay, so this is I sort of don't understand, need help. So collect and review data source and result. In the data source isn't that from the review from the survey data, right? That's from we have a so where I can collect the review data source.
Well, one of them will be your surveys.
Yeah, that's so yeah survey.
Then others will be things like you're a different type of program. Do
Yeah,
you give grades or tests?
no,
Do you have data on student learning?
we are tutoring program tutor.
Hey,
Okay,
Damien,
Yeah.
on the
yeah.
very next page, on page 3
Uh huh.
of the workbook, that's so right here, this will tell you exactly uh, what you can use as your data in the different areas. So they break the data points down into 4 different areas: documentation, observations, perceptions, and performance. And then within each of those areas, some examples of data points that you would collect that refers to documentation is like your faculty handbooks, your student and parent handbooks, your strategic plans, your continuous improvement plan, your policies, procedures, standard operating, all of that formal documented infrastructure. Then for observation data, you can use your whatever tool you use to observe your classes, your teacher observations, and any other evaluations of meetings or comments from stakeholders, maybe. And then under perceptions, that's where your surveys, your focus groups, interviews with parents or other stakeholders. And then under performance, you would have any kind of performance data that you collect. So Damien was asking, like, if you issue grades, then, data, looking at, okay, these were student grades in a longitudinal, whatever longitudinal data that you have. Or if you don't issue grades, then you would have to look at what other types of data can you refer to look at how your students are performing. Does that make sense? And then on page 4, if you scroll down a little bit more, page 4 is where you actually go in and list which data points you're going to use.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to minimize this. Sorry, I was going to give you the thing, how we evaluate. So let me minimize this and open this. Hold on, just a minute. I made a mistake. I need to close that and go to that file one more time. Okay, so just a minute. Allow me to pull out right away. Sorry, and I really need to listen to that, and that will be that. Okay. Oh, sorry, not that one. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I'm going to go
Oh, that
to.
was it.
Okay, here.
No,
Okay,
not that.
right away. I'm going to page 4, right?
Yes.
So right here.
So like page
Yeah,
3 is just showing you
yeah,
the
yeah.
examples, and
So
page 4 is where you're
so
going to actually go in and write what you're going to use.
all right. So page 4 in the document, you put like. So do I need to use all these or just some or all?
It's really up to each institution.
Uh-huh.
I think for documentation, I mean, those things are pretty standard. I don't know how you could really operate, right, Damien, an
Yeah,
institution
Yeah.
without
Uh-huh.
having policies and
Mm-hmm.
plans and handbooks and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So when I doing that in the document, do I need to submit the document somewhere? Or just give to Damien?
yes, so
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so whatever documents you list there
Uh-huh.
and that you're going to use,
Okay.
then those should be available to the reviewer for the
Okay.
candidates.
Okay. So over here, that's a data source in basic demographic information that will be on executive review. So I can pull right here. Is that right? I can break down those information and type right here. Is that right? Like
I didn't catch.
right here, enter the basic demographic information. That is part of the information in the summary. In the
Yeah, and I think that's page 5 is the demographic information.
okay, page 5 is them. Oh, okay. So
So
right here.
basically in the workbook, whenever there's an activity, that
Uh-huh.
activity is referred on the first page. So
Uh-huh.
that first page is listing all of the activities that are going to be
Okay.
in the workbook. And at the
Okay.
beginning, just kind of looking at your team and saying, okay, these
Uh-huh.
are the 10 activities. How are we going to divide these out among us? Maybe Jenny's going to take actions 1, 2, 3, and
Oh, okay.
maybe Dr. Lou's going to take 4, 5, 6.
Uh-huh.
But whoever, or it could be just the same person collecting all of that
Oh,
information.
okay. I got
It's
it.
just kind of it's just to help you organize your process.
Okay. So
So these are the
these
activities.
are the activities, and
Yes,
we need to say who do that, when we do that, and when will be done. And
yes,
Yeah.
for these is just tell us document we do these, observation we do these, perception we do this, performance we do this. Is that right?
Yes,
Then fill out
yes.
that, then fill out the demographic information, then write the summary and email to Deming, upload to here. Is that right?
Mhm.
Then uh then 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 this will be basic. We finish the workbook. Is that right? Then rate. Then we rate this. Then we rate this. Say, we are 1, 2, 3. Most we are more
For the
within. Yeah.
candidacy, it's just it's just
hmm
sufficient or insufficient.
Sufficient, insufficient. So when right here
Yeah, or
is
needs improvement.
yeah, yeah.
It's either sufficient or needs improvement for the candidacy. You don't have to give yourself an actual rating.
We have a lot is need improvement. Okay. And right here, the leadership is also sufficient and it need improvement. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Since you are the expert, so so we finish all these right here. Then briefly describe the process how we use. Then after this, respond to the assurance. Then we just do yes or no. Is that right? Then how about
What
here?
assurances do they use,
Yeah,
Damien?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
going to use, Dr. Liu and I looked at them together. They're the assurances for a special purpose
Uh,
tutoring
uh-huh.
program.
So she told me is 28 something. No. Uh is this one, right? Is this one you want me to use? Is this page? Is that right? For special tutoring. Is the
I think
uh
it's toward the very back.
yeah, to a very back. Okay. Do you mind to tell me the page?
Well, we found it together last
Yeah,
time we
yeah,
met.
yeah, yeah. I
I
remember
don't
that.
remember.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. Right here, special purpose. Right here is 48 or 49.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's
That's
Page
me.
Betty.
52,
Huh?
page 52.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Page 52. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I need to remember that page, so I'll
Okay, I
do
think that
it.
was it. You scrolled past it.
Yeah.
You scrolled past it.
Uh,
Like up
okay,
one more page.
okay. Is
That's it.
yeah,
Those are your
yeah, yeah.
assurances.
My insurance is page 51. Let me write it down. Okay, page 51. Okay, so
51 is travel.
it's a
Oh,
special purpose
yeah, that's it.
and tutorial institution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm right, Natalie?
Yes, that's it.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So accounting Jenny Lu is right here. So Jenny, uh, uh, Damien and Natalie just explain a little bit of the assurance number 5 right here. Okay, so I would like Damien and Natalie explain to Jenny Lu. And so according to Damien, it can be a review or it can be a audit, but so I'll let Damien explain to you right now. And Dr. Jenkins, please go ahead.
Well, I think you did a good job explaining it.
Okay.
It can either be a financial review or an audit, and it has to be done by a party external to the organization. So
Uh-huh.
it cannot be done by someone who works for your institution.
Yeah, yeah. So it can be a review because uh, uh, audit is much more intensive than a review. But that,
Yes, and it has to produce a letter with
uh-huh.
the opinion of the auditor on the institution. So the deliverable is a report along with an opinion letter.
Yeah.
So then for the review, the financial statement, and how many years that you are looking for?
It
And
can be for they're a new member to Cognia, so it can be for the past 1 year.
past, they are calendar year. Then then the the 2023 and is the past calendar year. So
Mhm.
are you looking for a review statement for 2023 or 2022 or 2024?
I believe
They
what.
are going up for review next year, so probably 2023 is going to be the best for them because they want to go up for review before 2024 ends.
Okay,
So probably 2023.
okay.
But I have to ask, and forgive me for asking, but I'm noticing that your last name is the same last name as Dr.
The-
Lu's.
we are
Are
not
Yeah,
you?
we are not
we
related.
are not
Okay,
related.
yeah, because it
Yeah.
has to be, and you don't work for this institution. You are external to this institution.
She's a
No, and so then we are independent CPA firm, and
Okay.
so then yeah, and I'm one of the partner in the firm, and our
Mhm.
firm is the one that prepare the tax return, and
Mhm.
so then in 2023, and we in our firm we produce a audit review and compilation, and we are a traditional independent CPA firm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what Cognia is going to look for is that you are an external party, that there is a report along with a letter that contains your opinion on the institution's finances.
Yeah, then that will be coming out from our firm, and our firm is Rogers Anderson, Melody and Scott. And so then we are a traditional independent CPA firm, provide financial statement and other consulting and and tax services. And
Okay.
so then for this review of statement, and do you um, do you require or do you know that and whether it's required with footnote disclosures? And then because and when we do financial statement, generally we produce a financial statement according to the generally accepted accounting principle. And
Yes.
so then generally then those are with the footnote disclosures. And so then that is what you're looking for.
Yes, that is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And it actually has to be and then this is something that would be done initially, but then also it needs to be embedded in the institution's policies and procedures that this is something that is done annually. So then it would have to be repeated every year. It has to be like a process, an annual process of reviewing the financials.
So starting 2023, or are you going to look for prior to
No,
2023?
No,
no.
we will not look prior to 2023.
Okay,
But she's saying moving forward, they will
right.
need to work with you to do this annually.
Okay. How long you think that this process will take? The your
Dr. Lou moves really fast on this stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that she will have this review by about like January or February. Um, and so I would say, soon it needs to be done by then. It needs to be done 6 weeks before that. So maybe by
End of the year.
early December.
Okay. The reason, and it is also the timing because we are a traditional firm. We do a lot of audit and financial statement, and so all our audit is already audit and review is already scheduled way ahead of time. And so then I will need to go back to the firm and then to talk to our auditor. And so then how we going to, or knowing the timing then how we will be able to fit in this review statement and then so to meet the need that then you can have the information you needed. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Natalie, do you have handy for Jenny that verbiage that Dale had at the very end of his email to us? I want to make sure we've told her everything.
So on our opinion letter, we can include additional verbiage, but the majority of the opinion letter that it has to be go with the accounting standard verbiage. And
Yes.
so then, and if there are specific user that is asked us to do for specific purposes, so then our auditor will look at it. Okay, so because and we have to go with the AICPA standard, the accounting
Right.
standard to provide that verbiage. And we cannot be giving some sort of assurance that that's not our procedures that it can provide.
Yes, I understand that. I'm not thinking of verbiage that you would use in your letter. I was just thinking of the words that have been given to me to
Okay.
tell people. But it looks like Natalie put it in chat
And I
here.
apologize, but I have to leave. I did put it in the chat. Anything else that you think I should send to them, I can send later via email, but I have a meeting at 10 o'clock and I have to hop off here right now.
Oh,
Okay,
this is helpful. And if later, maybe you can just send this verbiage and email this verbiage to
I
me.
Okay,
And
okay,
so
sure.
then, yeah, then that will help us and to because and see here that it doesn't need to contain any budget of and so then that is helpful because in certain institution
uh-huh.
and in the statement, and so then they prefer to show the comparison of the budget and actual. And so, yeah, okay.
Jenny,
Okay, nice to meet you all.
thank you, Natalie. Jenny, I copied to the from the chat. I'll email to you. Okay,
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 yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate. Uh, Damien.
Jenny,
Yeah, go ahead.
Jenny, I'm always looking for auditors that can work
Uh-huh,
with schools
sure,
that are small schools like Dr. Lou's school. Would you be able to email me your contact
sure.
information so that
Yeah.
I could recommend
Uh-huh.
schools to you? About how much do you charge for something like this for a small school? Like, what is the price range?
Yeah,
It really depends on the transaction. There's a big difference and involvement between an audit and review, and then the review process. And mostly we use analytical procedures, and then a lot of an inquiry and from the organization. But we have to maintain our independence to do that.
Right.
And and yeah, and so then that is the review and is you're going to see a big difference. And I don't have a number and on top
Okay.
of my head. And so then and once you send me a email, and then I probably can look for because we have organization is way different in different range. We
Yeah.
also audit the surrounding city and government and nonprofit and a lot of
Right.
school alumni. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, those are the organization that we perform an audit on. Yeah, if you send me an email, and I probably can give you a better idea of the range and from a
Okay.
small organization and starting. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm always looking for auditors to work with because schools always ask me
yeah.
who does this kind of work.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
have a lot of schools that are just small schools.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
them are startups and
Yeah.
they don't have 10 to $15,000 to do an
Exactly.
audit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
I'm always looking for firms that can work with my schools and not charge them 10 to $15,000
Yeah. An arm
to
and a
do.
leg. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, would you be able to put your email address in the chat for me?
Yeah.
Jenny.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah.
And then if I have other schools that need an auditor, I will let them know that you do this kind of work and that they might want to talk to you.
Uh, I
Yeah.
yeah, I know we have only 8 minutes, so I want to put this thing on here and tell you that. So we teach Chinese, so there are about 12 levels. So each level has about about 100. Maxima is 150 words, and the way we evaluate is there's a midterm exam, there's a final exam. The student can recognize, can say this. About say this, I point to that, and they can say this word. And to write it out is less percentage. So, uh, I just want to ask you: Is that what kind of evaluation I should write?
Do you keep track of their scores? Do you like look at the kids' scores over time and that kind of thing?
uh, this is one semester. One semester has one level. So
Hmm.
the thing is, what they check is, for example, this is level one's vocabulary. I counted is 120 words. Okay, so out of these 120 words, if the student can recognize 70, 70 of these, and the student will be able to pass and to level 2. But I want to tell you our uh, you know challenge and our hurdle. So some student, they because there's not graded. It's not like you go to K to 12, there's a graded. So some of them may not be that interesting. So the other thing is we try to increase the participation rate. Like if you come all the time, because you attend the class more, I believe the result will be better. So that's what we do. And but if they couldn't, and there's an exam, and I'll and well, there's your cognitive say there's improvement thing. So I was thinking maybe we can, instead of on the paper, to let them recognize that these, and maybe instead of we use a real object, and to increase the student interest something. But we basically just teach Mandarin, okay? We basically just, along with the culture, to make them. But for example, I was thinking, instead of maybe recognize that way, maybe we have a calendar. This we have like that. This is a color red, but I may point to a Latin, and tell them that what color is that. Something need to change the assessment way. That's how I feel. But what do you suggest? What is?
I suggest one idea that I have is that, do you have something that you have put in writing for parents to read on how students are graded?
Oh,
Like, is everything you just told me in writing somewhere?
yes, in writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can use that as
Okay.
part of the review. That's how you're assessing students.
Oh, okay. How is
And
it?
then in addition to that,
Uh
not for the candidacy review, but for your future accreditation review,
huh.
you're going to want to be able to talk about the percentage of students that go to the next level and the percentage of students that don't go to the next level.
Oh,
So
okay.
keep track
Uh
of how many are moving forward, how many are not moving forward,
huh.
and then we can talk more about that when you're going through the actual accreditation review.
Okay.
We can study the kids that are not moving forward, and
Okay.
that's where you'll find ways to improve. And
Yeah.
I can help you with that.
Okay. I understand that right now. Okay. I
Mhm.
totally understand. Okay. Uh, thank you so much. And I really I really feel you are very, very helpful. Let me just do the my last. I have a few minutes. I want to bother you. Sorry, because I have a question. Hold on, just a minute, okay?
Okay.
So let me double check this one more time, because hold on, because I need you, Damien. You are the God for me right now, because you are the God. Because trust me, it's very confusing. Okay, a
It
lot of,
is.
yeah, and I really need you to guide me through it. And I feel that the Cognia is so great, because the system that you create have this. Okay, so one more time, and I am just coming to here right now. Sorry, I'm coming to here. So and this is all the activity we need to do. I just need to write down who do this, when to do this, but done. And once we say done, then we can submit. If we not done, we don't submit. But this like,
When it's done, email the workbook to me
okay,
before you don't submit anything.
yeah,
Email
okay,
it to me
okay,
because I will read it and I will tell you if something is missing.
okay,
I will tell you if it's finished. If it's all finished, I'll help you submit it.
okay,
But once it's all filled out, just
uh-huh.
email it to me and I will read it.
Okay, yeah. So right now it's just Lily and I are sharing all this work. A majority, I'm doing the work right now, and
Yeah.
yeah. And so on the page 3 here, and it's just I need to write. Is that right? I
Yes.
need to
Yes.
write here the document is based on that. So here, should I write a document right here? For example, handbook, and I just write down handbook. Is that right?
Yeah, or if the handbook has a specific name, like you have a
Oh,
student
yeah.
handbook or a faculty handbook,
Mm-hmm.
or if your handbook has a specific name, so you know
Oh,
which piece of evidence
yeah,
this is.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
this has to be stuff you have your hands on because I'm going to ask to see it.
yeah, yeah. So right here, for example, you been tell me that, is there any letter I share with a parent for the passing or not passing? So should I the handbook
Yep.
and the grade evaluation procedure, something like.
Yes.
So I'm assuming this is not only one. I'm assuming this has several.
Several.
Yeah,
Yes.
for example, the participation, and if you do not come or whatever, there's a participation. So that should be several document. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so right here on perception, right here, and let me ask you right here. So the classroom interview, so classroom observation. So for teachers evaluation, basically just a classroom evaluation, and also a survey by parent and student. Is by there are a bunch of questions, and just they are satisfied with teacher or they are not. Majority teacher, they have a good relationship with students, so they will always pass. So what do I say that right here, like a survey, and we don't have first vote. So what should I do? The perception is a what, classroom observation, and
Well, your observations are going to go under the column called observations.
okay, that's okay.
And surveys are perception data. So whatever surveys you're using, those can go into perception data.
Okay, so the survey we are using is we collect a survey from parent and
Okay.
from
So
students.
then you would just call it parent survey.
Parent survey, student survey.
And then when I come to your campus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look at this workbook and I'm going to say, can I see the results of your parent surveys?
Okay,
So,
okay.
and anything you add to this document, I might ask to see it
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
come visit you.
yeah. Okay. So this we have parent survey, and
Mhm.
then student survey, and we put like this, and we need to put a bunch of our three ring binder. So like one of
No,
binder. No.
you don't have to put a bunch of, I mean, you can use
Uh
three
huh.
ring binders, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to go to that much work. You can
Okay.
show me
Other.
just your analysis of the data.
Okay. Good. And observation. No, be
We
classroom. Yeah.
tried to make this easy for you, Dr. Liu. We don't want you to work too hard.
Thank you so much. All right. So here the performance. The performance. Are you looking for student grade, or are you looking for how many students that pass from level 1 to level 2 to level 3? What are you looking for the performance?
Whatever the important outcome data at your institution is what you would put under performance. So if
Mm-hmm.
the important outcome data are, do students go to the next level?
Yeah.
Did they pass? Then that's what's going to go in your performance data.
Okay. So, because
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
everything you told me
Uh-huh.
is what is going to go in your performance data.
Okay. So let me explain to you. Uh, this is not public school, it's a private school, we charge, right? So the parent push, so basically majority pass. Some of them don't pass, parent will nagging this and that, because it's not uh this is not mandatory school system like K to 12. You don't like it, you still go. This is you have to pay for these. So majority people pass. So I just want to let you know that's reality. Maybe from
Yeah.
level 1 to level 2, maybe just one didn't pass. Then we just give them extra tutor and this and that. And if the parents say, I don't want to repeat level 1, then okay, extra tutor and extra 1 or 2 parents, and they still go to level 2. So that's a
That's
way.
okay. That's okay. The important thing is
Uh-huh.
you are collecting the data. And
Okay.
that's the important thing.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
yeah, that's okay. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand what you're working with.
Yeah. So I will give you like maybe 25 students in level 1 right now, 23 pass the exam, and there's an exam and then and 2 was doing remedial and still pass. If we
Hmm.
write like that, it's okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, that's good. So now I'm much better right now, and with Jenny's help. And by the way, Jenny is much good looking and younger than me. We are not related. There are so many Lius. There are so many Lius
I
in
know. I
China.
have so many friends with that last name.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I know.
I had to ask the question because
Yeah, mhm,
Cognia will check to make
yeah,
sure this is an external review, and I just
yeah,
wanted to make sure that
yeah,
you
yeah.
weren't connected.
Yeah, I'm from Taipei, Taiwan. Jenny, where are you from?
I came from Hong Kong.
You from Hong Kong. So I'm from Taipei, Taiwan. But my family originally is from Shandong and Beijing. And so are you also original from China?
Mm-mm.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we came from a southern part of the
Oh,
China
okay.
family.
So we are totally not related. Okay.
I
Okay.
believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah. So I really appreciate, and I will continue my work, and I still need to see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday I'm in Taiwan because I'm a college professor too, so I run study abroad program. I take 45 students in Taiwan and to do the college study abroad, but I will be at nighttime over there and to Zoom with you. It's okay?
Okay. Well,
Hi.
travel safely.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah.
all of you.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
My
Bye-bye.
pleasure.
All right.
Jenny, nice to meet you.
Me
Okay.
too. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome. It's great to see you.
okay,
Bye.
I'm including. Hold on. Let me just copy Natalie's everything. Okay. That's Natalie's. Okay. I got it right now, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. It's okay.
Okay, and I'm going to read your executive summary today, and
Mm.
I will let you know if it needs any changes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye bye. Bye
bye-bye.
bye. 是Jeff 介绍，Jeff 是我的朋友，我来跟他讲，我来先电邮给他就好了。他说他冷气什么东西坏了，Benson。啊？
就是不 work。
嗯。
上次保险丝找我换了保险丝，这次又不 work。
Hello，我问你晚上来，但是我有把它那个录下来，所以基本上就是说。